Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all, it's been a minute since I've done a pound cake. I think the last pound cake I did was I had to redeem myself from that Ritz-Carlton, that lemon pound cake. I had to go back and look. My laptop is sitting over here, and I had to go back and look to see when is the last time I've made a pound cake, because it seems like it's been forever. Well, y'all, we are totally experimenting today. Total experiment. So join me for the ride. I literally looked at one of my recipes and wanted to kind of tweak here and there and see what I came up with. So we're getting ready to make this spiced, I know y'all saw the title, it was like, what? Spiced apple cider donut pound cake. I told you guys, fall is here, so with fall you have all of the spices of the nutmeg and cinnamon and ginger and allspice and cloves and just, you know, the sweet potatoes and pumpkin. So I'm trying to do something different. So as usual, we're going to do this together. I'm using Swan's Down cake flour today. I've not used cake flour in a while either. So we're using Swan's Down. And this is the cake. This is the flour, lady. That's the sugar. Okay. So this is what I have going on. I have 3 cups of Swan's Down cake flour. And to this I've added, I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So what I did was I added the 3 cups of flour, the salt, and I sifted 3 times. Okay. Swan's Down comes pre-sifted for you in the box. Let me show you what I'm talking about, just in case you don't know. I don't know why I keep advertising for these people, but Swan's Down. It's already pre-sifted when you purchase it, okay? But after the box has sat and settled, I oftentimes like to sift again. Just depends on my mood. So I sifted twice. It has the salt. And then here we have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon right here. And then I have 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg here. All right. All of my dry ingredients as it pertains to my flour and my spices. I have, let's see, 2½ cups, y'all. I'm telling you, this is just something I made up. I have 2½ cups of my white granulated sugar, and then I have 1 cup of light brown sugar here for a total of 3 cups of sugar. This is my nutmeg and cinnamon that I use. Y'all know nutmeg is my favorite spice. Reminds me of my mommy. I have 6 large eggs that are room temperature. Okay. 6 large eggs. I also have 8 ounces of cream cheese back here that's already in my mixing bowl. It's room temperature too, but if I don't put it in that bowl, oftentimes I will forget to do it at the very beginning of my mixing process. So that's why I like to throw it in there. I have 3 sticks of unsalted butter. They are also room temperature. And then I'm using 3/4 cups of this spiced cider. It's an apple cider. And I purchased this from, I think it may have been Aldi. This is the apple cider that I'm using, okay? I hope y'all praying. I'm going to bake on 325 degrees. So my oven is preheating. I'll be adding some vanilla, probably use about a tablespoon, And then a little drop of my cream bouquet. Miss Donna, what does it taste like? Bakery in a bottle. That's all I know to tell you. I love the taste of cream bouquet. And when I say bakery in the bottle, I know some people may feel like, well, I don't want my desserts tasting like they came from a bakery or from a store. When I say bakery in a bottle, to me, it's more of a, it reminds me of more of a professional taste. Does that make any sense? But that's what I mean. In other words, not necessarily like something that, you know, I baked in my kitchen. All of my stuff be good, but still, you know what I mean? You know, people think that you purchased it from a professional, trained baker. You know, anyway, that's all I know to tell you. Okay. Is that it? Of course, I have washed my hands. I've thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. Stop. Okay. Now, y'all know I'm going to have to do a glaze on this cake, right? If you saw the video yesterday with the apple bread, y'all, it was so good and moist. If you've not tried it, or if you love apples, or you love like a banana bread, please try it. I'm not just saying it. It was so good. So good. I finished me another little piece this morning. See, you guys, I don't usually keep the desserts here, but I told my husband, save me a little piece of that, okay? He took the rest out the door with him to work, but I'm going to need you to save me a little piece. So, y'all, it was so good. Okay, now, as I was saying, I'm probably going to have to do a glaze. I also thought about doing like a powdered sugar on the top of it. My husband, my dude number one, aka my husband, he loves the white powdered sugar donuts, but I'm thinking he's still gonna want some glaze on there. I don't know if he's gonna go for I don't know if he's gonna go for just that dry powdered sugar. So I'm kind of twixt in between, because I want him to enjoy the cake first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? I know he takes it to his, you know, to the co-workers to enjoy as well, but it ain't about them. I like making it, you know, the way he likes it. And that's why I'm using cream cheese, because he loves cakes with cream that are made with cream cheese. Although, you know, it doesn't taste like cream cheese. Like he doesn't like cheesecake desserts, but he likes pound cakes that are baked with cream cheese. So that's why I'm using cream cheese as my base, or rather than using a buttermilk or, you know, milk or sour cream. Okay? All right, so I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I want to do a powdered sugar all over the top of it or what. I just don't know. So, just like I made that glaze yesterday, I told y'all he was going to want that glaze over that apple bread. I'm adding my Watkins, my vanilla. I like to add my extracts at the beginning of the mixing process. That way they are incorporated throughout the entire mixing process of this cake, okay? All right, now what, oh, girl, you got a little heavy-handed. It's okay. It's all right. But got a little heavy-handed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the butter and the cream cheese and the extracts just a few seconds by themselves, just to get them mixed up. And then I'm going to slowly start adding my sugar. Now once I get all of this sugar added, I'm going to set me a timer. I'm looking at my microwave. I'm going to set me a timer on my microwave, and I'm going to cream the cream cheese, the butter, and the sugar for at least 10 minutes, okay? When I cream, I use this mixture is usually set on about 8.5, medium high. I'm going to cream for 10 minutes. This part of the mixing process is very important. Don't skip it. It makes a difference in the outcome of your cake. Have you ever seen a cake where the inside of the cake looks kind of gooey or gummy, or it's like you can see the streaks of the butter? Oftentimes it's because it wasn't properly creamed. All right, so don't rush this part of the mixing process. Once it is properly creamed, I'm going to stop the mixer and come back and show you what it should look like. You oftentimes hear us bakers say that it should look light and fluffy. You don't want to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. Okay, I'm going to stop this mixer at least a couple of times to scrape down my sides, because what will end up happening is all of my ingredients that are in here, they're going to start collecting on the sides of this bowl, which means that they're up here, they're not down in the bowl getting properly creamed. But I'm going to stop at least twice, scrape down the bowl. I will do that off camera, okay, trying to save time. So once we get creamed, I'm going to stop, come back, and let you see what light and fluffy should look like. We are light and fluffy. And you guys, I also wanted to mention that I'm using my whisk attachment today and not my paddle, just because I want to. Sometimes I just switch up, and most of the time there's really not a reason. It just depends on what I'm feeling or how I'm feeling for the day, okay? All right, so it's a little drop. This is what we're looking like, light and fluffy. Now this is gonna look a little different than it would if I were just creaming with butter and sugar. But because we're using cream cheese, it's just gonna look a little different, but it is still light and fluffy nonetheless. All right. Now it's time to start adding our eggs. When I add my eggs, I add them one at a time. I add an egg, that yolk will break up and sort of start mixing in, and then I'll add the next egg. I don't wait for the yolk to totally disappear and get mixed in before I add the next egg. When I add my eggs, I'll add them. The mixer is on the same temperature setting, or speed setting, not temperature, speed setting, again, which is about 8.5. Once I get all of my eggs added, then you'll notice I'm going to turn the mixer down. This is very important. I'll turn it down to low. This mixer is usually set on the number 2. By the way, the information for this mixer is also in the description box below if you're interested. We did our meet and greet last year. I think it was last year this time, or maybe in November. We actually gave away 5 of these. So for those of you that received one of the mixers as a gift last year this time, we certainly hope that you are still enjoying your mixer. Okay, I'll turn this down to 2, and what I'm going to do then is start adding my flour mixture, and I'm going to alternate with my spiced apple cider, okay? You always want to start with the dry ingredients, and you want to end with the dry ingredients. During this part of the mixing process, you do not want to overmix. This part does not take nearly as long as the creaming of the butter and the sugar. It only takes maybe 2 minutes. I've actually timed it before, so 2 minutes, a little less, to get this all mixed in, okay? If you overmix during this part, it can also cause your cake to fall and just cause issues that you don't want. All right, you want your cake to be light and fluffy. You don't want a tough cake. All right, so try your best not to overmix during this process. Now, even when I'm adding the spiced apple cider, we're not trying to get this batter silky smooth. That's not what we're trying to do. Okay, so you just add a little bit, and you'll see me when I do it, and it kind of gives you an idea of, you know, really how long it takes me to do that. Now, once we get all of that done, I think that's everything, we will be ready to get this cake poured and in the oven. It's pretty full. Ooh. Y'all know I'm talking about how heavy that bowl is. That's one of the reasons, if you're like a senior citizen or older, I do not recommend this mixture because this bowl is extremely heavy. The mixer is heavy. That's why I don't move it off of my countertop, because it's just heavy. Okay, I'm trying to get my batter as smooth and even as possible. I hope it doesn't be too much in here. Ooh, pretty close though. That's pretty close to the top, but in any event, we're going in the oven, 350 degrees. I'm telling a story. 325 degrees. And we're going to bake maybe about an hour and 20 minutes or so. Maybe a little longer. We'll see, honey. I'm going to set the timer for an hour and 15 minutes. But I will be sure to let you know how long it baked once I take it out. We baked for an hour and 15 minutes. So now we will sit here and cool, of course, before we flip. We're gonna cool at least about 10 minutes before we flip. All right, we are flipping, and then, ooh, then we will let it sit and continue to cool. Ooh. She pretty. Ain't she pretty, y'all? She's still smoking. Look at that. But we will let her continue to cool. Oh, what's that down in the middle? Let's see. I taste the spices. I do. So we'll let her cool. And then, I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I want to ask, go ahead if I ask him. He gonna say he's gonna want a glaze, but maybe if I put enough powdered sugar on it, it'll be more like a powdered sugar donut. I really think that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. And then if you still want some glaze, we can add a little bit of glaze over his part. I think that's what I want to do, y'all. Okay, you guys, now this is what we're gonna do. In an effort to get dude number one to be okay and eat this cake without it having a glaze, I'm gonna change the name, okay? See, y'all, I can do that. I told y'all this is a cake concoction that I just made up, so we get ready to change the name, okay? Before it's even published. We're gonna call it a spiced apple cider powdered sugar donut powder cake. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now listen, I added the melted butter because I felt like it would help the powdered sugar adhere more to the cake. Okay, so that's what I was putting on. Just thought I'd add a little butter, make it a little moisture, and do the powdered sugar. Y'all listen. So I can't wait to see what he's gonna say. If he's gonna say that look like a big donut, just to see. I can't wait to see what he's gonna say. And that's another reason why I wanted to bake it in my bundt pan, my stoneware. And for those that may ask, this is from Pampered Chef. I've had it for years and years and years and years. Yes, it's clean. The more you cook in it, it's like cook and bake in it. It's like the better it bakes and cooks, and it just gets more seasoned. So it's supposed to turn like that. But in any event, thought I'd share that because oftentimes I get that question. But y'all, listen. So we'll see if that works. But that's why I added the butter to help the powdered sugar adhere more. And we'll see if this works. If not, then he'll be all right, y'all. He gonna have to this time. It looks like a big powdered sugar donut. But I was saying, that's why I baked it in the bundt pan and not just the regular plain cake pan. I just, you know, I thought it would give it more of a donut look. So
What's this, a big powder donut cake? Let me see it. I gotta wash my hands because I touch my stick.
That's right, go wash your nasty hands.
Wash your nasty hands. Because nasty hands is just nasty.
It's nasty. Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands.
Tell me, girl.
That's just nasty.
Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands because that's just nasty.
Man, what kind of cake you think it is for real?
I don't know, it looks like a big powdered donut cake. I don't know. I'm finna find out, though, I can tell you that much.
You finna find out?
Better know it.
Better know it. You supposed to find out.
I know it, girl. I'm going in. I wash my hands real good.
I'm going in.
I'm going in.
I'm going in.
Like a fat cat. Looking for
Black cat.
no, looking for a bowl of milk. I'm going in like a fat cat looking for a bowl of milk. All right.
What's that person name? Oop, I'm about to drop it. It's so much powdered sugar on it. The powdered sugar going
Give
everywhere.
me some.
Some more powdered sugar?
Yeah, a little bit. I want a little bit. I don't want a lot of it.
Oh, put it down. Hold it right there. No, you powdered.
Okay.
If it ain't a powdered sugar, it's a glaze. Y'all, I have so much powdered sugar on here that it's just falling. I like it because it look like Christmas. It look like Christmas. Okay. Amen.
What is that?
It's a lot of words to the name of the cake, so I'm trying not to be up so close so I can get them all on the thumbnail.
What's this called? Christmas. I'm trying to get my palette to touch
Powdered
everything.
sugar is everywhere.
How you do that?
Oh.
You go. What is it? It's not peanut butter.
You're tasting the spice.
I'm tasting it. I'm definitely tasting
I'm
it.
gonna tell you the name of it.
Okay, tell me the name of it.
What'd I say the name of it, y'all?
Christmas is a lot of words.
Um,
Gingerbread.
wait a minute, let me go get my recipe. Wait a minute, y'all. No.
What is it called?
Okay, I got it. It's called a
Cinnamon?
spiced apple cider powdered sugar donut cake.
I got the donut right.
Does it remind you of a donut?
It does.
Does it remind you of it like a powdered sugar donut? Does it need some more? I mean, that's why I put a whole lot of, and I have butter on it too, so the butter kind of soaked in it a little bit because I was trying to make the powdered sugar stick.
It's good.
Is it good?
I'm trying to get the taste on. I don't want to grab another piece to get my taste right, but look, man. Shoot.
Oh, you guys, and when I had it, when I was putting the powdered sugar on it, and I had to turn it up to the side, trying to get it around the edge. You saw that in the clip when I was getting the powdered sugar on it. That's what I was doing. I literally had the cake turned up on its side, trying to get get the
I can't get the taste to it, baby.
and it's moist.
Go
How would I describe it? It has a slight bit of, I don't want to say gooiness, but it's so moist.
It
Let me,
is moist.
maybe I can show y'all. It is really moist. Y'all, that's good. And it does. It reminds me of, see if I, can I cut
It's
a little
like
piece?
bits of gooiness. I'm getting that gooey like you did, darling.
Huh?
Do the gooey like you did.
No, I want to kind of, it just has a,
It's like bit of gooiness.
it has a different,
Crumbs everywhere, so if people want to know how you make it crummy, that's the way you do it. Then you pull all your crumbs together, and then you eat it.
You know, I made something one time and I kind of squeezed the cake. Okay. I want you to see how it looks when I be trying to explain everything, y'all. I want you to look. You see how it looks fluffy? But then when I squeeze it, you know, you can see the moisture in it. Does that make sense? It's not crumbly. You know how when stuff is really dry, it's just going to crumble up. Is he back in the cake again? If it's really dry, it's going to crumble up and kind of just fall. It's not crumbly. It's really, does that make sense? It's moist. It has a little, there you go. That's good.
The powdered sugar is like gravy on Thanksgiving when you get your dressing. You want to spread your gravy on there.
You as bad with that powdered sugar as you are with your
Glaze.
with your glaze. You are. But yeah, y'all, that's the only way I know how to explain it. And then you see the spices in the cake.
And see this piece right here.
That's good.
This piece tastes the same way as that other piece I just had.
Okay, so why you get some? I mean, you said that to say what?
It's good.
I tell you, powdered sugar is everywhere.
It's like
Lord have mercy.
a big. What's that donut?
Trying to get him something on this so he won't be talking about a glaze. Okay, y'all, listen. That's the only way I know how to describe it. Another fall recipe. Thank y'all for hanging with me today while I was straight experimenting. Because I said, why not? Why not?
You gotta make it. This is what you do, Donna. You make it crumble. So you get the crumble. You mix the sugar in, and you get all your crumbs together.
That's how you get the powdered sugar.
Yep.
Anyway, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so.
By hitting the nosy.
That's turning on that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we're over here doing whatever it is we're doing. Anything on mine?
Your lips juicy like the cake.
They juicy. The cake is not juicy.
It's moist.
Moist.
You got a moist lip then, Donna.
I'm supposed to keep moist lips. They're not supposed to be dry.
No. Close your mouth. Close your mouth. I'm gonna put it on your lips so I can. That's good. That powdered sugar.
Hey!
Now that's sweet right there.
That's sweet. Anyway, you guys, thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you. Do I have the white mouth now?
No, you don't, man. I got you.
We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye.